Thank you for meeting with me today. My name is Jarrell. I develop games and I have served in the past as consultant at industry level. Today I would like to discuss the topic of the announcement for Pokémon Legends ZA Mega Dimensions DLC. If you are watching this video and you are looking for content that is negative and sets out to attack people and companies, I respectfully ask that you do not subscribe to this channel. This is a laid-back and positive channel, and I will be discussing industry topics only when I deem it absolutely necessary. I'm not here to attack or insult anyone. I do not enjoy creating videos like this, and in fact, I very much dislike it. I am meeting with you today for discussion to ensure that the voices of the Pokemon fanbase are represented and heard in a professional way. I am not here to criticize, insult, or attack, but to offer advice and perspective as a professional. I will discuss this topic from two different perspectives. First, as a consumer, and secondly, as an industry professional and consultant. On the Nintendo Direct broadcast on September 12th, 2025, it was announced that there would be add-on content that players could purchase day one on launch day for Pokémon Legends ZA for Nintendo Switch and Switch 2. Very few details regarding the DLC were revealed. The primary focus of the DLC announcement was to inform players that more forms of Mega Pokémon would be available to players through the purchase of add-on DLC content. From the consumer side of things, this announcement is not encouraging or positive. For the consumer, it means that there is content that exists in the game already available on launch day that is locked behind a paywall. For customers, for consumers, this feels unfair and quite disrespectful, considering the history of the long-running Pokemon franchise, which has set a precedence of generally treating their fans with respect and consideration. As a consumer, for me personally, seeing content that is available on launch day locked behind a paywall feels very insulting. You might be wondering why this is such a big deal. The previous titles on Switch, Pokémon Scarlet and Violet and Pokémon Sword and Shield, also have Pokémon that are available exclusively through the purchase of add-on content. What is the difference here? The difference there is that the DLC was created, announced, and launched after the core titles had launched. People purchase DLC to support the developers they like and to further spend time with a game they enjoy. When a game launches with DLC available day one, it means that content wasn't worked on after the game had launched. It means the content was already finished and already implemented in the game, and the big companies are now just tricking people into forking over more money. As a consumer, the act of announcing the Mega Dimensions DLC as launching alongside the core title, Pokémon Legends ZA, is quite damaging to the brand. This depicts the franchise itself as becoming further exploitative and more interested in squeezing people for money as opposed to just offering a fair and fun experience that gives people value for money. I've been a strong supporter of this series since I was the target age group of the Pokemon franchise back in the 1990s, which feels like it's about 55 years ago now. However, the announcement of the Mega Dimensions has left me feeling negatively towards the brand. I will now address the topic as an industry consultant. I would be interested in conducting a performance review of the chain of command for the marketing and PR regarding this particular announcement. The timing of the announcement was not suitable and the presentation was tone deaf, certainly not in line with the expectations or desires of consumers. The mistakes here are simple. The announcement of the Mega Dimension came far too soon and with too few details. This announcement brought absolutely no benefit to the Nintendo Direct and in fact only pushed the public opinion of both the Nintendo and Pokemon brand image toward negativity. You will see content creators online who are generally very supportive of the Pokemon brand and Nintendo brand are feeling quite negatively about this, which is fair. The reason that this is happening is because the announcement communicates to viewers that Nintendo just wants more of your money. Whether or not that is factual is besides the point. That is what this marketing is communicating. The Direct had already showcased 3 new character reveals when it comes to new Mega Pokemon, revealing 2 more with the Mega Raichu X and Mega Raichu Y. Those reveals were not necessary. In business, you want to bring in more revenue while doing less work. What shareholders care about is profitability. The people doing the actual work need to care about sustainability and scalability. Sustainability not in terms of the environment, but from a logical definition. What does it take to maintain sustainability? How long can you maintain your business strategy? The announcement of the Mega Dimension DLC is worrying because it communicates that the chain of command regarding these decisions either had not considered the likelihood of a potential negative outcome, or they had considered it, disregarded it, and decided to follow this course of action even with those considerations having been made. This approach to brand management and marketing will further alienate your customer base. The best course of action to have taken in this situation is simply to not have revealed the DLC until some time after the game has launched. From the looks of it, the add-on content is not even fully complete and will launch in 2 stages. It would have been far more beneficial to wait until the add-on content was closer to completion before announcement. Now, I'm going to step away from my role as a consumer and a gamer for a brief moment, and I will speak entirely as an industry consultant and PR manager. What I say here will probably upset some people, but please understand I'm approaching this from an industry professional perspective and not as a consumer for the next moment. It does not matter if the add-on content was finished and available day 1 on launch. It's fine if you want to complete that and have that available and finished and implemented in the title. It would have been the most beneficial release strategy to wait until sometime after launch of the core title before announcing the add-on content. Again, it doesn't matter if it's already finished and already implemented. It was announced too soon. You should have waited before announcing it. Even if the content is already done and ready for use, if you want to sell content as add-on, as DLC, don't do it on day 1. Wait until after launch so you can convey a sense that you are doing more work so that people can further enjoy a product that they like. Yes, this is not that honest. This is business. This is how it works sometimes. What you sell is not nearly important as how you sell it. And the way that you are selling Pokemon right now is not sustainable. It will alienate more and more of your customer base. This concludes the section where I discuss this solely as an industry consultant. I really dislike that kind of attitude. This is precisely why I dislike doing this kind of marketing and PR work. This is work that I've done commercially in the past, and there is some dishonesty to it. That's just how it is. You can complain about it if you like. Feel free. That's totally fine. This is why I don't do this kind of work in general, and I'm focusing strictly on game development. I will end this meeting today addressing the topic as a consumer and a longtime supporter of the Pokemon brand. Under no circumstances will I purchase the Mega Dimension add-on content. I have not purchased the add-on content DLC for Pokemon Sword and Shield, nor the DLC for Scarlet and Violet, and I have no intentions of ever doing so. The way that the Pokemon brand is being sold is alienating me as a customer. While I want to support the brand and engage in the products of the brand, there is a limit to what I will accept as a product that I find worth paying for. You will find other individuals who share a similar sentiment. I generally do not offer professional consultancy pro bono, but I genuinely enjoy the Pokemon franchise and the Nintendo brand, and I would like to see the Pokemon brand do as well as it can for many years to come. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you hearing me out today. Respectfully, all the best, Jarrell.